They say the desert remembers every footsteps, every whisper carried by the wind. But the night I met him, under the silver glow of the desert moon, the world felt reborn. The air smelled of warm sand and distant rain, and the dunes shimmered like they were made of crushed stars. Then I saw him, Khalid, his eyes, two storms hidden behind the calm of twilight. And in that moment, my heart was no longer mine. He came from the east, carrying nothing but a worn satchel, a curved dagger, and stories carved into his skin like maps. You are far from the market of Zaria, I said, unsure why my voice trembled. I go where the rain takes me, he replied, his voice deep but soft, like the desert at dawn. We spoke of rivers that shimmered like mirrors, of mountains that bled fire, of cities that rose and fell with the tides. But the way he looked at me, as though I was the only truth in his endless journey, that set my soul aflame. Days became weeks, and each night we found each other beneath the same moon. We spoke in whispers, laughed in shadows, and painted the sand with dreams. He taught me the names of the constellations. I taught him the songs of the desert winds. The desert was our witness, the stars our only audience. I didn't know it then, but we were already writing the final chapter of our story. One evening, we found ourselves at the edge of an ancient oasis. An old seer sat there, her eyes like molten gold, her fingers wrapped in prayer beads. She reached for my hand and whispered, "Love under the desert moon is a blessing, but beware, it comes with a price." I laughed, trying to shake away the chill in my chest, but Khalid's eyes lingered on her as if he already knew what the price would be. It became the whispers, rumors of war carried by caravans. Kingdoms to the north had fallen, and soldiers marched under the banners we had never seen before. Khalid's name was called to fight for a land that had never been ours. On the night before he left, we stood in silence. No words, just the sound of the wind moving the sand between us. Finally, he said, "When this is over, I will return." And at this same moon, I wanted to believe him. I tried to believe him. His letters came with the caravans, were stained with blood and dust. "I am safe," he would write. "I dream of you every night." I clutched them to my chest, reading until the ink bled in my tears. But then the letters stopped. The wind carried nothing. The moon gave no answer. Months later, I saw a figure on the horizon. My heart knew him before my eyes did. Khalid, I called, but the name felt strange on my tongue. He stood before me, but not as the man I had loved. His eyes were shadows, his voice a storm, and beside him walked another woman, draped in royal silk, her fingers tangled with his. In that moment, the desert grew colder than any winter I had ever known. That night, the moon rose high and bright, just as it had the night we met. But this time, I stood alone, watching him from afar. He smiled, but not at me. I let the wind carry my goodbye. I did not cry. The desert had already taken enough water from me. Under the desert moon, I lost you, and with you, I lost the part of me that still believed in forever. They say the desert remembers every footstep, every whisper, And though the wind has erased our trails, it has not erased my love. Somewhere in these sands, our laughter still lingers. Somewhere under this moon, our shadows still meet. But now, you wander without me, and I wander without you.